Today we are working on a Toro zero-turn mower. Customer complaint, machine will not start. I already verified we have a good battery. All the safety switches are working. So we'll pick up from there. Take the key. That tells me the starter motor is working, but the starter gear is not engaging with the flywheel. So let's take it apart and see what's going on. We will start by just lifting this seat up, kind of get it out of the way so you guys can see everything clearly. So we'll take the Phillips screw out of this cover right here. Starter issues are not very common in these machines. I mean, it happens from time to time, but not terrible. Alright, so we got the cover removed. I'm just going to take and set all my parts here so they all stay on the machine in case I got to order parts. Then we have to remove this cover right here. That cover covers up your fan, your coolant fan. We'll start getting this cover off here. You can usually leave the bolts sitting in that cover so you don't lose them. Alright, this should, in theory, there we go. And like I said, you can just leave the screws right in that cover. Next, we have to take the fuel pump off, which is located right here. We don't have to take the lines off or anything, just take the two bolts out, one there, one there. Just kind of pull it off to the side a little bit. There we go. And remember, I always talk about this, that pulse line is right there. So it just literally could just sit just like that. That's all you need. So we'll take off the air cleaner cover, which are just these thumb screws here. There we go. And take out this air filter. And then down in here, there's usually a little screw. Yep, right there's a screw. And there is a screw. A little flathead, right? And yes, I am a blind mechanic. That's why you see me literally feeling everything, because I am 100% blind. For those of you who may not get it, that means I can't see anything. Nothing. Nada. Black, like some people's soul. No, just kidding. Just kidding. Now, we can take off this piece here, is the blower housing cover. So we'll take that off. Got several bolts. Once we get this cover off, we will be able to see what's going on with the starter. So there's a total of 6 bolts. This one's a little complicated to get to, but you can do it. Alright, I'm anxious to see what's going on with the starter motor. This, in theory, oh, look at that. Almost like I knew what I was doing. Crazy, isn't it? Well, that's interesting. So the starter's right there. So I can show you. This is your starter right here. This is the starter motor. And up here is your gear. Now, want to cooperate. Now watch. I'll turn it over. Get my fingers out of there. Make sure. This is how I do it. Yep, you can see it turning. So let me get something and I'll be right back. So if you remember, the starter gear would not lift up like you see it right now. So we saw the problem. If my favorite camera person there can look down in there, you can kind of see where that's a little rusty and corroded in there. That can be repaired without taking it off the tractor or without spending $400 on a starter. So we're just going to take just all you need is just a little bit of PB Blaster, because PB Blaster is honestly the best thing in the world for rust and things of that nature. So I'll just put it right there. I'll just kind of spray a little bit. There we go. You don't need a lot. There. So you can see I kind of just sprayed in between where the Bendix goes up and down. So we'll spin this backwards. Get that gear to go down. There we go. Oh, look at that. See, before it wouldn't do that. So see how now, just by doing that, and I'll spin it over and show you that that's working. See that gear jump up? One more time. Let's see if it went down like it was supposed to. Yep, that's perfectly fine. Because when it starts, it'll actually drop it the rest of the way down. But you can see the starter is now working. Alright, So we fixed that starter. So now we're going to put the blower housing back on. There we go. Yes, you all can laugh at me all you want to and say, gosh, what's wrong with this guy? Nothing. This takes me a second to get everything lined up. You don't have to force anything. Famous last words, as I force stuff. Just kidding. Sometimes they can be a pain with the tin and stuff. It's got little heat shields. Sometimes they can move and be a little bit of a pain in the rear. There. See? Just like that. We didn't even break anything. How about that? We start everything by hand. Don't tighten anything until all the bolts are in place. And you verify that you have your blower housing sitting where it's supposed to. That way, if you do it my way, you don't break anything. At least that's what I tell everybody. If you find these videos helpful, please be sure to hit that like, subscribe, and share button. Does not cost you a penny, but it really helps the channel out a lot, and I sure do appreciate it. This one's gonna be a pain for a minute, I see. There we go. Just like that. I think I got one more. And that goes back in this corner here. There's no right way or wrong way to, or no particular order, I should say, to put the bolts in. Remember, righty tighty, lefty loosey. Alright, so you can see that's all. Those bolts are back in the way they're supposed to be. What I do, just to verify nothing's pinched, just bump it over real quick. Perfect, so that works as it should. Let's get the screws back in the air filter housing. That goes there. Believe it or not, it's really important to put all the screws and hardware back. You really don't want leftover parts. Your mower, I mean, I suppose you can, but I wouldn't recommend it. And the manufacturers tend to put them there for good reason. Oops. See, that just proves I'm a blind guy, because I grabbed the too small of a screwdriver. Dang it. Really? Are you going to be this way on me? Oh, you know what? Did I grab the wrong? That just proves I'm a blind guy. So I'm going to call myself out. These actually are for the fuel pump. They don't have the flathead. But see, I wasn't paying attention. There we go. We'll just put that there like that. The important thing is to notice it, and we did, so we're good. There we go. Now, let's find the correct ones for that. That'd be a good idea. You see those two? They get flathead slots in them. And these threads are different. And it's okay to make a mistake, as long as you catch it and you take care of it. Happens to every mechanic all the time. And I could have got a socket to put these in. I absolutely could have, but I just didn't want to. Again, these Toros are great mowers. 9 times out of 10, all these issues that I fix are usually pretty minor. I'm pretty fortunate. I work on fairly new equipment, if not brand new, on a daily basis. And it's just usually dumb stuff. Bad gas is absolutely the #1 thing that I deal with on a daily basis. I mean, I literally will fix, in a busy peak season, 200 to 300 units a month. Especially in the outdoor power equipment scene, it's bad gas. So I always tell everybody, run 93. Don't use any additives. You don't need any of that stuff. Tighten up this fuel pump real quick. Be a little gentle so we don't break anything. Now, we'll put the fan assembly, or the fan cover back on there. So here's how I do it, not being able to see it, because a lot of people say, man, how does he work on this stuff? It's really simple. Keep my eyes closed. Just kidding. So see the screws I left in here like I told you earlier? Just make sure they're lined up. They got posts here, 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 here. Just, there's no right way, no wrong. Well, that's the wrong way, I guess. Make sure the screws are just sitting there like that. Everything's lined up nicely. And just start them gently. That's all you got to do. It's so easy. A blind man can do it. So this does spin. That's why they put the other protective cover over it, because I'm sure at some point somebody got their fingers in there and got hurt, and of course wanted to blame the engine manufacturer and whoever else they could blame, so they didn't have to have any self-accountability. Those little tips just sitting there like so. just like that. Tighten this screw back down here. Fortunately for the customer, I didn't have to fork out an outrageous amount of money for a starter. This will definitely take care of them. So the air filter's back in, putting the cover back on. Now this unit's been sitting for a while, so you're gonna get kind of a bonus video. You can see, I don't know how good you can see, but I'm gonna try to show you. There we go, you can see there's really no gas to speak of in there, and it's all water. So I'm gonna go get something to siphon out the water of this thing, and I'm gonna put some fresh fuel in it, and I'll be back when we get ready to start it. All right, so now we gotta get that little bit of water out of here. I love this crazy tool of mine. It really works pretty great, actually. And then we'll put some premium fuel in it. There we go. You can hear it. You can even feel it. I'm hoping I don't have to clean the carburetor. All right, let's put some gas in here. Hit a couple battery technical glitches, but it's all right. It happens. Well, put some good premium fuel in here. And we're going to try to fire it up, and hopefully you don't have to tear apart the carburetor or anything, because it's been sitting for a while. I would think that should be pretty good. Let's see, so we'll put the throttles all the way up. Oops. Choke is up. Come on, baby girl. Talk to me. I love it when a plan comes together. Let's just verify one more time. Maybe we don't even need a choke. Let's see. Okay. Remember, NSNP Powersports can handle all of your service needs. No job is too big or too small. From lawn and garden equipment to power sports equipment, golf carts, gas and electric, we can handle all of your service needs. We are mobile. We come to you if need be. We cover 4 states. Please call Steve at 904-239-0586 or call the shop at 304-409-5479. Be sure to visit us at nsnppowersports.com for all of your service needs. If you want it done right the first time, no bother calling anywhere else.